Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the light bringers, and the soulpreneurs of this world to live their most magical life. So if that's you, make sure you hit that subscribe button below with the bell so you can get notifications for all the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. So we are going to take a look at your May of 2020. What messages do the angels have for you for this month? How can you best navigate this month? And what are the themes that you can expect? So we are going to take a look at that and see what messages there are for you. So we're going to dive in. The first section of the cards that we're going to take a look at is the overarching themes that you can expect through this month. Okay? So the first card that I pulled here is the Five of Keys reversed, the Wishes Fulfilled card reversed. Okay, so this is you. I don't know. You guys have been in this place for a few months now where there's been something that you're seeking, something that you're needing, something that you're wanting, and you haven't quite understood what that is yet. Like your soul is calling for something, and I want you to just pay attention. I want you to keep watching, pay attention, because you're calling in something new, something different, that you're calling something in, and I want you to really just like continue to pay attention. All of the cards that I'm seeing here are really suggesting to me that there's not going to be a lot of forward movement through this month, but it is going to be a time of self-reflection and exploration and just like listening to your messages that are trying to come through. So I think that if you can allow this process, that will become more clear what it is that your soul is calling for. But we've got to slow it down. We've got to quiet it down so that you can understand that, okay? And the next card that we have here is the Four of Forces. The forward movement that I do see happening for you is that some of these seeds that have been planted are going to start to sprout. There's going to be little bits of inspiration, of hope, of excitement through this month where things are starting to happen, or you're going to see moments of clarity. You're going to have moments of clarity. You're going to begin to understand some things. I still feel like this whole month is really about self-discovery and reflection, but you're going to begin to understand things on another level. But right now for you, I'm pulling this Light of the World card reverse, okay? So there really needs to be work done here on how do I connect with my light? How do I reconnect with my light in the ways that maybe I've been connected before? Or how do I deepen my connection with my light? How do I raise my vibration? How do I bring more light into my life? What is it that lights me up? What is it that makes me happy? What is it that I'm finding my soul is pulled to? And I feel like sometimes the things that we find ourselves pulled to, our logical mind will come in, or that judgmental part of ourselves will come in and will say, you know, but yeah, that sounds nice, but, or, you know, or maybe you shouldn't be focusing your time and your energy on that. But if your soul is calling for it, if it lights you up, it's important. So don't let that judgmental part of yourself or part of other people around you shut that down. It's important. There's something here. There's something important to pay attention to. Now, the next card that we have here is this Knight reversed. Okay, so I remember feeling in your readings before that there's been a lot of tension amongst relationships and connections and things like that. And this really further supports either that concept where you know, maybe you are having, the card itself says romantic delusions, okay? So maybe that's the word that I want to use, where it's like, where are you fooling yourself? And this doesn't have to be romantic in nature, but where are you fooling yourself in regard to relationships? Where are you not being honest with yourself? Where are you still kind of in this place of dishonesty with yourself? What do you need to take a look at, okay? Or where do you have an allegiance to something that continues to be destructive to you? And so this doesn't have to be a relationship, but where are you, where do you have an allegiance to something that is destructive in your life, and it's time to release it? Because I feel like there's some stuff that's been held on to that needs to be released. And then the last card that we have here in this theme section is the snake card. Okay, the snake card says live according to your divine essence. Living according to your divine essence is so important, and I feel like that's part of this here, is like you are kind of hearing some of your messages, but there's another part of you that's arguing with it. There's another part of you that's saying, no, 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 that's not true for me, or that can't happen for me, or that's not possible for me. I want you to open up to dreaming, to thinking bigger, to believing that beautiful things are possible for you and can happen for you. And if beautiful things can happen to other people, I really have always come from the approach of, if other people can do it, why not me? Or if other people can have that, why not me? And I really feel like this is something that you need to adopt in this month as you're continuing to expand upon the work that you've already been doing. Now, the next cards that we have here are what to expect in terms of like barriers and challenges throughout the month. And the first card that we have here is the Add Some card, the number 22 card reversed. What are you ignoring? Again, what messages are trying to come through for you that you are blatantly ignoring or trying to push away or trying to ignore? There is something that needs to come through. There's something that you need to honor that part of you is not allowing, and it's important for you to honor it if your soul is calling for it. You know, if your ego is calling for it, if it's coming from a selfish place or a self-focused place, that's different. But, you know, really thinking about what lights me up and what do I feel pulled to? What do I feel called to do? And stop arguing with yourself about it. The next card that we have here is the Six of Forces reversed, the waterfall reversed. So again, this is saying something is showing up for you. There is a flow. You know, you're not getting into a flow. You're not, or you're missing opportunities to flow in your life. The universe is trying to make some things easier for you, but there's such a resistance in this whole reading, like just a resistance to something. Stop resisting. Stop trying to control it. Stop, you know, putting yourself down or believing that it's not possible for you. Embrace the dream. Embrace the flow of the way that things are trying to happen for you. It really feels like it's this battle with yourself, but it's a battle with a more negative part of yourself that isn't even accurate, isn't even true. And you've got to allow these positive things to come through, these exciting, light-filled things to come through. And, you know, not this month, because I don't feel like you're going to be taking a lot of action necessarily this month, but as you feel called, as your soul asks for it, honoring that stuff and taking inspired action on whatever that is that you feel called to do. The Akashic Library card is showing up also, and this is like about you being disconnected from who you really are and what you really want and where you are destined to go in your life. It's time for you to look within, to spend some time looking within, to you can even ask, you know, set the intention that you want to connect with the Akashic Library, because the Akashic Library contains, you know, it is an energetic space that you can visit that contains information on everything that ever was, everything that is, everything that ever will be. And it's this beautiful source of knowledge that we can all tap into energetically. And so you might find yourself feeling called to learn more about the Akashic Library. It's AKASHIC, Akashic. You may find yourself wanting to learn more about the Akashic Library and exploring that. But it doesn't have to be that serious, right? It can also be that you just decide, you know, and set the intention and say out loud, I am open to receiving my messages. I am open to receiving guidance on what's next for me. I am open to understanding the knowledge and the wisdom that I'm meant to be receiving right now. I'm open to it, and I'm open to being shown the changes that I need to make in my life, the steps that I need to take to be on my best life path. So I really think if you can do that, it's going to help in the situation, because we also have the hero heroine card reversed. Okay, this is like a flatlining of progress. This is not feeling like things are progressing. This is not feeling like things are moving forward. This is a feeling stuck. And I think that setting those intentions and doing that work around that and looking within and taking some time to look within and to be quiet and to get quiet is really going to assist in this moving forward process. Right? Because we also have the parrot card, and the parrot card says, listen intently to understand. Listen to what people say to you outside of yourself, because a lot of times spirit will speak through people. Spirit speaks through people all the time, and we don't realize it. So if somebody says something to you that just really connects with your soul, honor that. Listen to that, okay? But also listen intently to yourself. Listen to the messages that are trying to come through. Each and every single one of us is intuitive, and we receive messages unless we are blocking them. And I think that you're receiving more messages than you realize, but there is a blocking and a pushing away, an ignoring, or whatever that looks like for you, but there's something that you're missing here. That's very clear. So the cards that we're stepping into now are the gifts. What can you expect are going to be the gifts, the positive things to expect here in this month. Okay, so the first thing is the setting your course reverse card, the 3 of Scrolls. This is really saying embrace the pause. You know, things aren't going to move forward. You're probably not going to have a really clear vision of that, but there is a gift in that. You're probably not going to have a clear vision of where you're going next or what's happening next. That's because the pause is necessary. The time, the period of self-discovery is so important here. So honoring that for the gift that it is. We also have the 1 of Keys, the Architect card reverse. Again, I don't see a lot of forward movement. I don't see a lot of building, a lot of creating, a lot of jumping on things this month. This is a slowness. This is a time for reflection. So allow that to happen, because when you can allow that to happen, when you can allow inspiration to come through and your intuition to come through, then you know what the course is. Then you know what the next step is. Then you know what to do next. And this is where the Muse card comes in, okay? So creative inspiration. Inspiration is going to come through. Guidance is going to come through if you can allow it, and you're going to understand what's next for you, where to go. It's going to allow both of these cards to flip around, and then we're building, we're creating, we're starting something, we're moving on something, and we have a sense of what the vision is, or what at least the next step is. So I feel that for you, but you've got to allow and invite that inspiration to come through, and you've got to honor it and listen to it. The last 2 cards that we have here is the Companion card reversed. Okay, so again, I've noticed that there's been a lot of work around relationships for you guys. Okay, so this is like a processing of a betrayal, a releasing of a betrayal that's happened, and you're starting to move past it. You're starting to release that. You're not allowing that to keep you stuck anymore. So I do feel like that's part of the process, part of the journey. This can also be you feeling disconnected from your personal identity and reconnecting with that through this month. So again, this is where you need that time to just listen to your soul and to connect with yourself. So so honoring that in that process. And then this last card here is the Dove card. The Dove card is all about connecting to your peace, and I feel like there is a peace. If you can allow this process to happen this month, there is a piece that you will be connecting to that you haven't felt in quite some time. So I think that that's going to be really powerful and profound for you guys. And I feel like a lot is going to move forward in your life in a positive way as a result of this work that you're doing now. So those are your messages for the month of May. If you guys like this video, make sure you hit that like button, and I would love to hear from you in comments below. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. If you want to learn more about me or about clarity, you can check me out at discoveryourawakening.com. I will see you guys soon with another video. Take care.